Welcome back to another episode of the Casey Campbell Podcast. Casey Campbell with you, of course. Pleased to be joined by the one, the only Colton Klein of Saginaw, Swan Valley Football. How's it going?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing good. Today, of course, is the first day of pads. I know you, at time of recording, I know you haven't had practice yet today, but how has it been going so far this week?
It's been going really good. Our team looks better, really good, better than last year. Um, and we're all super excited to just start the season, see what we can do.
Yeah. So going into this year, I know that I know it was a good year for you guys. I know obviously you did some of the results you had may not be what you wanted, but how was last year for you?
Um, there was definitely a lot of ups and there were a lot of downs throughout the year, but I mean, our team battled all year. We definitely did not have the season that we all wanted or expected to have, but we all I mean every game we fought hard and that's all you really can ask. But yeah, there was I hope to have a bounce back year this year for sure because last year was definitely not a great season for us.
Yeah. So of course, going into the end of the year, there's always a lot of these, questions that everybody has about, okay, who's back, who's not. But um, you guys bring quite a bit back. What's
Yeah.
what's that what's that like for you guys? As you kind of, surround yourself with a lot of people, as of course, as the starting QB. What's that like to see a lot of guys back?
It's definitely a lot better for me, honestly, too, because last year we had a ton of unexperienced guys. So like I was always trying to help them, teach them like what to do, how to run it, like or tell them the play they didn't know. And this year most of our guys came back, so it's like it's getting easier for them. So it's nice that they have that experience already too, so they know what varsity is like. And uh most of them already have like are getting used to our playbook and stuff. So it's nice. It's a lot better. It's good.
Okay, so heading into this year, what do you feel like you've improved at as a QB?
Um Definitely decision making. What just watching film on last year, I just think at like the tiny mistakes that I made. And last year, I felt like I had a lot better year running the football. So hopefully, I can take running the football up a step as well this year and throwing as well.
Yeah. To know when you look at the division this year, I know that there's, a lot. I mean, the Tri Valley, the your division to the Tri Valley is always been tough. Obviously, the record, the what Frankenmuth and Freeland have been able to do over the
Hmm.
years, and plus there's also a lot of teams on the bottom. Of course, Garber was right up there too.
Hmm.
Alma, Bridgeport, and all those teams. What's that like to be in a conference with a lot of teams in a lot of different places? Because I know that, yeah, obviously the top two will really are Freeland and Frankenmuth. What's it like to play all those teams in the league?
Um, it's definitely every week going into it. It's going to be tough. So every week of practice, you have to take serious because I mean every win matters in the conference. It's huge. So I mean I've been playing these teams for 3 years now. So I mean I love playing them. I love the competition and yeah,
Are
it's
you?
nice.
Yeah. Can you believe that you're a senior?
No, I cannot. It feels like it feels like my freshman year was just last year.
Okay. All right. I haven't done this with every senior I've talked to this year, but I'll do this with you. Can you remember one point in like one story from your freshman year that you can?
Oh yeah. My, definitely my most memorable moment from my freshman year was beating Hemlock in overtime at home on senior night because we don't ever play Hemlock. That used to be our old rival way before Freeland. That was our rival Hemlock. So and they had a good team that year. So I think we beat them 37-34.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was definitely my most memorable moment for sure.
were you just for clarification, were you on varsity freshman year?
Yeah,
Okay, so you were on varsity all 4 years.
yeah,
So that is, I know it's like, yeah, obviously tons of freshmen have been on,
yeah,
but have been, playing varsity football during times with obviously with the fifth quarter rule this year.
yeah.
Since that, but not everybody has played on varsity all 4 seasons and were on the team at all times. What was that like, for you as someone so probably so young and didn't even know what was going on, for you to
Uh,
come into situations like, hey, I'm actually doing this
yeah,
at a really, really high level.
yeah. I mean, definitely when I got when the coach told me that I was going to be the quarterback, I was like, all right, let's go. But definitely going into games, you could tell like I wasn't physically like as big as all the other people out there. I mean, I was only 15, so but as each year went on, I've gained like things throughout the way. So being the quarterback my freshman year was definitely a good thing because now I'm just super experienced and uh I just know like what I'm doing now.
Yeah, I mean, you really kind of look at the list of people that have started as a freshman. And you kind of talked about it. Was there another moment where it was like, you know, this is I'm really going to take a lot from this, even it could be good or could be bad.
Yeah, well, my very first game ever, I'll never forget. Coach Gavenda came up to me and was like, "You're gonna make a lot of mistakes tonight, a lot of mistakes tonight," and that just made me feel like, all right, that made me feel a little better because he didn't go out and expect me to just ball out. You know, my first ever game was against Cedar Springs, so they were a really good team at the time too. But yeah, every just getting better throughout the way has been huge for me, and coach has been really big part of that, helping me like understand too that I threw 3 interceptions my very first game, which I mean it's whatever, but I knew that I was gonna make some mistakes that game, but yeah,
But over time, it's the
over
progression.
time, oh yeah, for sure.
Do you
Hmm.
feel how, now from then to now, have you seen what's the biggest thing that you've seen from when you first started to now?
Um, Definitely the overthinking process. I feel like not hesitating when I throw the ball or my pre-read, like not knowing where to go. I feel like now if I do know where I'm going to throw or make the right read, it's quick and it's like it's instant. It's not hesitating. And my freshman and sophomore year, I was a little scared, or a little hesitant running the ball. I wasn't really good in that aspect, but every year I've gotten way better at that as well.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, so let's get in Colton's head a little bit. Like right before a game, like what are you like? What's the biggest thing you're thinking about?
Uh, Winning, obviously. I don't really think about anything else, but I don't try to think. I just vision myself throwing, running the ball. That's what I do. Just sit, locker room. I don't really talk much. I just sit there, listen to music, and just get ready. I'm just trying to get locked in.
Okay. Um, all right. So, okay, so you have your headphones on, you're in the locker room. I know you have headphones on right now, but it's what's on Colton's playing? What's Colton listening to?
Mainly rap music for the game, like our style, like this generation, rap music.
This gen
Yeah.
well, I mean, okay. So
Like
like
not
Drake
like
and all
old,
those guys.
not like who's an old rapper like 50 Cent or like Snoop Dogg, like those, not that, not none of that. you know?
Oh man. So like Lil Baby and all those
Yeah, 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 yeah,
okay,
yeah,
okay.
yeah, yeah,
That,
yeah,
that was really funny.
yeah.
Um, so off of that,
Yeah.
let's see. Okay, so so going into this season, I know we talked earlier about the experience. Like, how have you kind of grown relationships with like receivers and knowing that you're going to throw in the ball and they will catch it, and you got some pretty good you got some pretty good people to throw to, including obviously with Jameson and all those guys.
Yeah. So Cal DeLille and Logan Zahn also I've been thrown. They're in my grade, so I've played football with them my entire life. So I've been thrown to them forever. So, and then obviously Jameson is huge as well, but um, it's nice. I mean, I know each of their speeds now. I know when they're gonna cut, how they're gonna run each and every route, where they're gonna be, and trust every single one of my receivers this year, honestly. Even if Jameson's getting double teamed, which I'm sure he will some games, I know for sure I can go to each of two of those other guys as well because I trust them as much as I trust Jameson. So
So of course, going into, this year, it's always, I mean, you never know what could possibly, happen in this season, but these first few games of the year for you guys, um, oh my goodness, I mean, it doesn't get any,
never
um,
has,
I mean,
never has.
there's no such thing as an easy game. Every game is a big game.
Yep.
Well, at least I think so. I don't know if I don't know. Little games don't exist.
No, definitely not.
And of course, it starts off with Croswell, Lexington, and obviously Frankenmuth and Freeland.
Yep.
Obviously three teams that have had a lot of success over the years. And the thing with Croslex going into this year, kind of similar to what if you time traveled back 3 years, a freshman is starting at quarterback for Croslex. So
Yeah, I heard. Yep.
what's that going to be like playing, a team, that obviously that had a lot of success last year, and then of course going into, the top two team, the top two teams in the league, pretty much, the last few years.
Yeah. So going into last year's Croswell game was a absolute disaster. We didn't even finish the game. I think it was 34-7
Of
for
course,
the
that was the week of the big storms.
the Storm, and then that game just got canceled after that. But I mean, we know all of our guys didn't forget. So we plan to go into week one Croswell and get a win, and that will definitely give us a lot of confidence going into Freeland and Frankenmuth. So we hope to go into Croswell and get that win, and then go into Freeland and Frankenmuth with more confidence and hopefully get 2 wins out of there as well. But
Yeah.
yeah, I honestly like starting off like with the three top teams because that just show like we're just it's just there. You know what I mean? It's our first 3 games of the year are the 3 hardest games of the year.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Of course, and then, really toward the end, of course, Powers is at the end of the year. And then, obviously some teams that have to prove themselves as well.
yep.
Obviously with Bay City Glen and with Garber, Bridgeport, it's, going in do you approach like every game the same, regardless of really just how a team has done so far that year, or what they went back to?
Every single game the same. Last year, I remember we were playing John Glenn. They were 1-4 at the time. Everyone was like, "Oh, they're 1-4. They can't be that good." That was one of the toughest games we had all year. I think that score was 34-37. I think we won. I think that was a score or something like that,
Yeah.
or 34 or something. But
Yeah,
that was one
thirty-four
of the toughest.
twenty-seven.
34-27. That's what it
Correct.
was.
Yep,
Yeah. So that was one. That was a dog fight. So you never know. Like every team, you never know. So yeah, you have to approach every game the same. Every game, no matter what.
for sure. All right. Let's get to know you a little bit, Colton. How about that?
Yep.
All right, let's ask you this year's edition of the 10 burning questions. Here we go. Let's see. Can you get more things done in the morning or at night?
Night.
Okay.
Night.
What's the hardest class you've ever taken?
Chemistry.
Okay. What is a food you will never eat?
Um, Sushi.
No, no, no sushi guy for you.
No, no, no sushi for me. No.
Okay. What's the biggest thing people don't understand about high school football?
The biggest thing people don't understand about high school football. It's a tough one. What's the biggest thing people don't understand about high school football? Um, Practices. I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, it could be anything. There's a
Yeah, I mean, high school football. I mean, people probably know this, but people probably don't know this. I don't know, but high school football is probably the best 4 years of your life, I believe.
yeah, for sure. I mean, you never know what depending on
Yeah,
the
and
situation.
people like people that don't play are like, oh, the practices suck, they're hard, but they don't understand what it's like those 4 days of practice to get to Friday night because there's nothing like Friday nights.
Yeah,
Nothing like it.
whether you're 8 or 88 years old, you still love it.
Yeah.
Um, okay, so this next one is this can be absolutely anything. So take that into account before I say this. What is the biggest thing on your bucket list this year? On bucket list, just in general.
Um, for I mean, honestly, in general, I'm just not saying this because it's just is for just football, but I just want to win a title. I just want to win a trophy in football this year. I haven't won one, so I honestly that's my goal for the year.
Okay. Um, okay, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much of a procrastinator are you?
Like 7. I'll
Okay.
I'll admit it. I
Okay.
procrastinate a little bit.
Yeah. Um, okay. You can either rank your top five favorite foods or you can do your top five favorite restaurants.
All right. Like sit down restaurants, or can it be like fast food too?
It can be sit down, fast food, whatever.
All right. My number one is Cane's,
Raising Cane's.
Raising Cane's. Two, Chick-fil-A. Three, Zaxby's. Um, Four, probably In and Out, and then five, Shake Shack. Those are all like fast food kind of, but those are my if I could choose anywhere to top five places to eat, I would go there.
Chicken guy, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
for
of course.
sure.
The top three places.
Yeah, the top three chicken
Well,
places.
obviously, I know that, only Raising Cane's sells chicken fingers.
Yeah.
Is it the sauce that gets you? They get a
The sauce, the bread, it's just everything. But and I don't really get it ever that much because there's none around here. So
yeah. It's only if you have, well, I mean, probably from traveling all those times, to be
oh,
honest.
actually, I'll flip Qdoba. I'll put at 4.
You
I
know,
don't know what I had at 4, but
I think
Qdoba was
oh, it was
insane.
In and Out.
In and out, yeah, I'll put Qdoba at 4 for sure.
Okay. Yeah. Bowl guy, burrito guy.
Quesadilla guy actually.
Okay.
What's that? Yeah, you get chips and queso too, though.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Yeah.
All right. What's the most proudest accomplishment you've ever had?
Proudest accomplishment I've ever had, probably getting named the quarterback my freshman year.
Because I can't even, well, the thing is, not many freshmen
No,
even,
none that none that I know.
yeah.
They actually I know Bryson Huckabee, Freeland's quarterback.
Yeah.
He was a four, he was a 4 year starter, but I think he started like throughout the middle of his freshman year
Yeah.
because that quarterback got hurt, I believe.
Yeah.
But that's the only other person I can remember.
Bryson Huckabee. Good times. He actually
Yeah.
came on here when he was playing.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Um, yeah. Well, I was about to say, like, not many freshmen, even play varsity.
Yeah.
Not many, you know, even start their first game, throughout there. So it
Yeah,
is
it
very,
shows.
you have joined a very exclusive club.
Yeah, for sure.
So, um, okay. Where do you see yourself 5 years from now?
5 years from now, hopefully uh just got out playing college baseball.
Yeah.
And with a degree of whatever I were to go into.
You don't know. You're undecided.
No, I'm undecided, but I have like options. I know like I have some ideas of what I want to do, but
Right.
like varieties of it. So I don't really know yet 100%, but um yeah, that's where I hope to see myself.
Right. And finally, if you could tell your younger self something, what would you tell young Colton?
Just keep working hard. Even just keep working
Yeah,
no matter what.
absolutely. All right. Well, Colton Klein, thank you so much for the time as always, and best of luck this season. And let's have you on again sometime.
Yep, for sure. Thank you for having me.